Guys, I am genuinely so pissed off. There's been a guy commenting on my Instagram who honestly was a friend of mine, and this entire Black Lives Matter movement has really just begun to bring out people's true colors, funnily enough, because I am just so mortified by these comments. I shared a post on my Facebook about 14-year-old George Stinney that was actually sentenced to death by electric chair, based on the judgment of an all-white jury who judged and thought in 10 minutes that this 14-year-old boy killed two white girls. And 70 years later, the boy was exonerated, obviously. But the fact that when I posted this guy had the nerve to write on my Facebook, where was the proof? What's the relation between this and what happened to George Floyd? And just kind of saying that there's no proof that the cop who killed George Floyd was racist. And I just found it completely missed the point. I'm also really just so aggravated and agitated that people who enjoy the perks of being from ethnic backgrounds but also enjoy the citizenship of countries like the UK or America or wherever it is conveniently let go of their own cultures, especially if they're racially ambiguous. Now, you guys know that I'm Sri Lankan, and I have, as a Sri Lankan, I can very much say enjoy the difference, the slight perks of being racially ambiguous and not being easily identifiable as Sri Lankan or being a fair Sri Lankan. And there are so many Sri Lankans who are fairer than me, and it's so annoying to me when you do not recognize that this is a struggle for all people of color. This is a struggle for all of us. Black people have been systematically oppressed along with other people of color. And to not recognize their fight, that their fight is our fight, is just the saddest thing that you can do as a person of color right now. If you think that your passport really just kind of has erased everything your ancestors were about and your ancestry, and you are willing to kind of sidestep this battle because you think the way that you do, you go ahead and do that. But please, I'm telling you right now, kindly unfollow me. I don't mind and I don't get mad if somebody shares their opinion with me, but to tell me that this is not the America of today, when George Floyd was just murdered and other black kids and people of color continue to be systematically oppressed, is a joke. I can have a conversation with someone, but I will not have a conversation with somebody who is in denial to this extent. It's like talking to someone who says the Holocaust never happened. I just will not have that conversation. It's a joke to me. Okay, I just won't. This whole thing is just so irritating. I'm literally gonna take a step back and just go to bed right now.
Welcome to today's meeting. It's been a meeting that has been needed for, I think, thank you for coming, Mo.
No worries. I'm glad that the council has invited me on. I know I was exiled for my comments about totalitarianism and,
You were not exiled. I was trying to reach you yesterday, and what really shocked me is when I was calling you, I was like, where are you? And you were like, oh, I'm doing the birthday, which I don't mind you doing the birthday. Like, yes, go queen, live your life, do your thing. I'm happy that you're happy, and at least I'm happy that in this time, especially in this time, that you are at least finding joy somehow. What I did not enjoy, and I really it took me by surprise, is when I was like asking you, what are you doing these days, and like, why haven't you been picking up? You said, and I quote, my priority for the past couple of days was just to get alcohol for Victor's birthday and to make sure that he likes it. To which it kind of took me by surprise, because when any one of us is sad, I'm like, we're all there. I'm not going to talk about me
Yeah.
as singular. We're all there. We're all listening. We're all like pitching in. But when it came to
Yeah.
action, like I honestly, if it wasn't for Demi, like pushing me to come out that day of the house, I'm not saying I would have myself because that's not what I'm going. I was very depressed. I was sitting in my room contemplating who are the people that are in my life. And I felt very scared because Mo, you should know this better than anyone. I keep my shit to myself when it comes to people asking me, and I publicly, loudly, in one of the most dramatic ways that it could have possibly happened, and I wish it happened differently.
Yeah.
But I and you know better than anyone what me out is, and how like on what kind of magnitude it was, and I'm not just a couple of friends, I'm out to like 27,000 people, and the other shadow accounts that follow, and all the bitches that are gonna be talking, and all the bitches from the community that are also going to be talking, and all the people that are going to be making up drama and stories because we've experienced something with someone very
But you
close to us.
know.
No, I know that. I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. But
Okay.
what I wasn't fine was experiencing it on my own and not having my chosen family around me. And I'm not asking you to tap my back and like sit and wipe my tears. You completely disappeared. And your priority was, as you said, to get alcohol for Victor's birthday.
Yeah, yesterday when you called me. Yeah.
Yeah. When I asked you what were you doing for the past few days.
Okay. This was a heavy statement, and I just want to say that if you felt like I wasn't there or I wasn't making enough effort, I apologize, like right off the bat. Second of all, I know the magnitude of you, and I knew the effect of it, but because you, like, we had spoken how long before you and all that happened, and you were dealing with that issue with your parent, like with your mom and that whole thing.
Yes,
Now,
but not a broken house. We talked about me and him attacking me that 3 weeks ago of just a physical attack, and that's at this point something that's been redundant and reoccurring.
So when did the house break happen?
The day, like
the same day.
Sunday. It was Sunday. The day he attacked me was 3 weeks ago, bro. The day he attacked me was when I was in my finals.
Oh, yeah. No, we know that, but I think Mo is talking about like when everything happened. So like when he
the
house, it happened in like one day because like I spoke to you, and then I don't think
between that and you.
No, it was yeah. The day he destroyed the house is the day I like the day everything erupted, right?
Yeah.
So it was between me living in a space that I've created myself, and you guys know how much passion I put into this, was completely destroyed. You know that I do not feel safe as is sleeping normally, let alone with all of this happening. You know that we've spoken about this at the hotel and at our staycation. So at the hotel,
my thing is I'm not bringing up any of that. I'm talking about the issue right now, which is you feel like I didn't put in enough effort after you you're saying I wasn't there. But to counter respond to that, and Dimi knows this as well, we didn't hear from you after you spoke to us the afternoon, and then you decided to out, and then you just completely ghosted. I called you twice. I have the receipts. I don't need to pull them out, and it doesn't matter at this point.
On the
because
day,
you feel like on the day of, because you feel
on the day off with everything happening, you were not the only.
No, I understand. It's overwhelming. I'm not discrediting how big of a thing it is, but I'm just saying, like, you can't say I didn't put in the effort if you're not going to respond. You know what I mean? And then not necessarily like say, oh, I didn't put in enough effort or this and that. And truly, yes, I did mean it when I did say my priority for the past 2 days was for Victor's birthday, because I felt like as his friend in this time, this is a whole other situation, all his real ass friends wouldn't even pay 60 to 100 dirhams to support their friend who is booking his own party. Imagine that. So that's why for me, as a friend of his and as someone who took care of me, I felt like, okay, that was my priority, to make sure my friend's birthday was okay and he wasn't having a good time. Me
me and Demi have constantly planned our own birthdays ourselves, and we've paid for
No, I
everything.
know. That's no, it's not about paying or about like,
Yeah,
you know.
okay, one person talk at a time. So let Mo talk about like where he's coming from, and then Mika, you go on with what you had.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
I didn't see it as like when I said it, like, yeah, I meant what I said. That was my priority. At the same time, it doesn't mean that you are not a priority to me. Just because one thing is important doesn't mean another thing is not equally as important, if not more. So that I'm not discrediting that. You know what I mean?
Mo, so you think that me ghosting is totally okay for you not to call again? Me not responding to you on the day of the thing happening obviously meant that there was a lot going on. You not
Okay, well,
calling
Mika, I called you. Okay, to be honest, plain and simple, I called you twice, and
on
if
the
you're
day,
not
but
going to
you never
respond
really
to
called me
me,
throughout the whole week. Not the day after, not the day after that, not the day after
well,
that.
I was texting with Mick with Dimi. He was like, "Oh, she's not responding." Suddenly, the next day, I don't hear from both of y'all. And that night, Dimi, you messaged me. You're like, "Oh, by the way, Mika's coming tomorrow morning." Is that true or is that not true? Was that not the next day? Right?
Why did you not show up?
Because she messaged me at like 7, 8 p.m. I was asleep at that time. I got up in the morning. I texted you at 8 a.m. the same day you guys were meeting.
From 8, you woke up.
At 8
You
a.m.
stayed in bed, or like, did you come?
Okay, well if we're gonna talk about being.
Sorry. Just give me a second. Demi, you're cutting. I couldn't hear you.
No, I said I did.
And Mo, I'm not sorry, Demi. Mo, I'm not attacking you. I'm having a conversation.
No, I know.
Go
I'm
back.
just
Demi,
explaining myself. Yeah, but anyway.
Demi?
No, I said I didn't message you on the day. I messaged you before. I just messaged you on the day to let you know that like Mo was.
Yeah.
I was with Mika because I told you the day before that we were meeting because we were, and it wasn't like. Anyway, this is not about me.
It's not last minute. So what Mo said is that you texted him at 8 p.m. and he woke up in the morning and saw it. So I want to know, you woke up in the morning and you just like deuces?
No, I mean, I didn't hear from you guys. I didn't not that I actively was avoiding it, but I was also upset. If we're going to talk about being upset, that you guys were like, "Oh, let's meet up in the morning and this and that." And it wasn't even a confirmed thing. Like you said, "Oh."
No, it was a confirmed thing.
So I'm not No, it wasn't a confirmed thing. Because on my end, the text from Dibby said, and I quote, so try to be accurate. She said, 7 p.m., 7:39, Mika's probably coming to mine tomorrow.
Okay, so you woke up and then
I got up in the...
Jimmy, did you call him in the morning?
I messaged on... Yeah, I woke up at 12... No, this was... Yeah, I messaged that night, the same night, actually. I got up, I said, okay, boo, let me know when. She messaged me 7 a.m. saying, sorry, she's coming early to work, like 10:30. And then I said, okay, sounds good. That's it.
So
I kept it that. But I was...
Wait. So basically,
He's saying that...
Wait. So I message saying Mika's probably coming to mine tomorrow, which is at 7:30, right?
Probably.
To which you replied to me at 12 a.m. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not awake at 12 a.m. Everybody knows that, okay? And you said, okay, boo, just let me know when. Then when I got up in the morning at 7:30 a.m., I said, sorry, she's coming early to work, like 10:30. Obviously, we're not working together. She's coming to mine to work. And you said, okay, sounds good. And you were up.
Normally, your voice has gone. Your picture has gone.
What?
Your voice has gone. This after 10 a.m. Your voice left.
No, that's it. And then Mo said, okay, sounds good. And then obviously, like, you came over to mine, and then Mo like never like showed up or like.
So you confirmed.
I was just like, okay.
So Jimmy, you confirmed in the morning that I am coming at 7:30 a.m. that I am coming. That you made sure to inform her that the plan is still ongoing.
To quote,
but still, it was a plan. It was a plan that didn't include me. It was a plan that you guys concocted the night before to meet up in the morning. That has nothing to do, like no value.
You mean me? Jimmy?
No, I know my absence was. I know my absence was felt, and I know my absence was important. But at the same time, you can't message me last minute, and then I wake up the next morning and I see this whole plan.
What do you mean last minute?
No, it is last minute. You guys met within 12 hours. That makes it last minute.
12 hours is last minute.
And you got and more than that, it wasn't a message in the group saying, guys, blah blah blah, meet this time. I just got a text saying Mika's probably coming after having come out, and I don't hear from you. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about
when you're done, when you're done, let me know so I can speak.
Speak.
Okay.
I mean, I can't change what I said, you know.
So Jimmy called me while I was sobbing my eyes out, and he told me, please come tomorrow and work at mine. Just leave the house. It will be good for you. To which I replied, okay, Jimmy, cool. I'm gonna do it. I really need to come out. In fact, we actually hold up, because this is really important. Because Jimmy, you sent me a nice message after our conversation, and you said, hold up, I'm so sorry. Can someone tell me the date?
Today.
Today is the 31st.
What?
Yeah.
So it was
Sunday.
Okay. What was the date of Sunday?
Sunday was the 24th, I think. Yeah.
So the message was sent on the 24th. Okay. So Tuesday, if you want to talk about last minute, Tuesday at 9:42 a.m. Mika, Demi said, Mika, me and Mo are going to festival. If you want to join, you can. We're probably heading out at 11ish. I think it will be good for you. And then at 7:30 p.m., he said, girl, come over tomorrow. You can have coffee, record some stuff, chill, heart, work, and job hunt. I replied at 7:17 p.m. saying, thank you, and I will come. Didn't text him till Wednesday in the morning at 7:24 a.m. saying, hey girl, let me know when you're up and when I can come. To which Timmy said,
Girl, I'm just having my tea now. Do you want to do like 10:30? Is that too late for you? Let me know because I'm just gonna have my tea, shower. Actually, not shower. I thought I was gonna go for a run. So let me know if that works for you. Yeah, just let me know.
and I replied back at 7:25 saying 10:30 is perfect. I need to shower, shave, and stuff. And then I went to Dimi.
Okay.
We worked. So he approached me. I didn't even call him. So my memory is failing me here. I didn't even call him. He didn't even call me. He just plain and simple texted.
Okay, I wanted to like stop running around this. What is the main issue? Okay.
I am upset, not pissed, not angry, not exiling, nothing. I am upset and hurt, not in a dramatic way, that my best friend, after me disappearing on the day of the problem happening, did not call, did not chat, knew there was a plan, didn't show up, prioritized, really, whatever he prioritized is your own priority. It's not my life, it's yours. And I'm not judging you for prioritizing that. I'm just saying I wasn't even part of a, hey, are you good? Do you want to have coffee? Let me take you out for a ride, whatever. Nothing. And now I'm just like, does Mo want to be friends with us? Or correction, does Mo want to be friends with me if he keeps missing out on these really important things? Because he missed out on 2 shoots, one for me, one for Demi. Both were equally important. Mm-hmm. One of his was a paid shoot for his job. Mine was just a grade. And by the grace of God, both shoots where you were an important part in them disappeared on us.
Just to pause you right there. I don't know how you kind of morally and ethically see things, but to me, I don't necessarily want to hold something on someone all the time. So now every time I fuck up, you're going to bring up all the times that I wasn't there when I was there, you know, without bringing in all the times that I actually was. And let's not negate the fact that I had called you twice. So you're saying I'm not putting in the effort, but I'm telling you, and Demi, you can corroborate this. Did I or did I not call him? Did I or did I not message him? And then I messaged you
on the day
immediately after this.
Twice on the day.
But I'm texted you and I said, babe, if there's anything you need, if you want to talk about things, if you are going through something, you shouldn't feel afraid to message or reach out. And I've been telling you this before this thing happened, before that fight, when you had that fight. So I don't see like where you're saying I'm not care or I'm not prioritizing you. Like I said earlier, just because one thing is important doesn't make another thing important.
I think, and I'm not saying
like,
you
but I'm saying
I'm just talking. I'm repeating what you said. I'm not saying you prioritize.
And also, if it was really if this meeting with Dim, if this work meeting with Dimi was genuinely as like important to you and that you would feel upset now about it, I'm just saying you should have told me. Should have been like, Kamo, by the
Well,
way,
fuck him.
I made this plan with Demi in
What
the
happened
morning. I
after
need
this?
you there. Let's meet up. You
And
know what I
the
mean?
plan was
And I
made on
apologize for when I missed the
Like
shoes
one
because
person.
that's work related.
I don't know why it says my connection is unstable. Same. Um, but no, what I was going to say is, yeah, so I know that I said that to Mika as well, and when we spoke, that I know you did try calling him. I think it's less about like that and more about like the timing of what was happening with Victor. Like, again, at the end of the day, we're all so close at this point that we don't have to like specify like certain things because we are very close. So I think that's why like Mika just felt,
Yeah.
you know, a certain way about it because he did expect,
And I
it's
respect
not wrong
that.
to expect that
And I
because
respect that. Yeah.
certain things like I don't have to say I'm going to expect it from certain people, and if those people don't show up for those things, then it's like, okay, you do question, not everything. It's not. I don't think he's questioning the entire
I'm not questioning.
now.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
saying that, okay, certain times he's felt like you haven't been there, and of course, certain times like, you know, certain things you've missed out on, and everybody's made mistakes here. Like, I've made mistakes, you've made mistakes, we've all collectively made a shit ton of mistakes. But I think it's important, again, for us, I think, again, when I was speaking to Mika earlier today, he was saying, like, you know, the reason we're all friends is because we do have these conversations. And I think that's, you know, that's what makes the friendship stronger, but also that's what makes it sometimes problematic because the level of closeness that we have is perhaps a little
Honestly.
psycho to other people. It's like we're all like in a three-way. Like, it's just like, you know, some people are probably just like, they're like, oh, they can't really put up with it.
Is it a throuple?
It's the
Are they the new
total,
Derek Barry?
honestly.
I said something that I just want to re-emphasize and elaborate on.
Yeah.
I think it will help you guys understand why I'm upset. Because once again, I'm not saying you prioritized Vic. What was that?
A candle.
Oh, I'm like, what
That's
kind of
baby's
cup?
blood.
Oh my
baby's
god, that was
blood.
such a cute cup. Oh, babe.
It's funny. I'm not saying you prioritized Victor over me because I started this conversation with saying, I am happy you are happy during this time. I am happy you're genuinely having fun with your time. I mean it. I say it with all my heart because I know what the fuck you've been through. And I know on a deeper level, mentally, psychologically, and emotionally, what you are going through. I understand it. What I'm saying is, sitting in the hotel with you and being very honest with both of you, Demi and Mo, and saying, you know, most of the time in my life and reasons why relationships don't work out in my life is because I feel like I'm not enough. And that stems from people not usually meeting my expectations. So I stopped expecting things from people. And when I do that, I distance myself. I sit on my own in my room, and I just obsess and overthink. And you both know this about me more than anyone. You've seen me get angry at tiny things and make them into the biggest things because my mind works in ways that a certain shift in a situation doesn't necessarily just mean the shift in the situation. It means a lot of other underlying issues. And I'm trying to work on that. That is on me. I'm just saying that because we have this relationship between us, like, you know, it's weird of me to say, but yes, I was waiting for a call from you saying, hey, bitch, I'm coming over. Come down. We don't need to stay in your house. Get in the car. We're going to have a coffee. Cry your eyes out. Listen to fucking Sia all day long with me in the car. And it's going to be okay. And I'm here for you. And I don't know, like, maybe it's wrong for me to expect that from
It's
closest
not wrong of
people
you
in my
too.
life. Like, there's
I
one.
want to let you finish, but
So
it's
it made
not.
me feel like I'm not enough. It just reinforced that
No, I
in me.
understand.
And I'm
I
like,
understand. I understand, and that's why I said again when I started this whole thing off. My first thing I said to you was I apologize if you felt like I didn't do enough or was there or made the effort or even attempted. Again, I apologize for that. You know, I never want you to feel less than, and I know that's a trigger for you. But again, I'm still learning how. Like I feel like we're all learning how each other work. And I feel like Demi, like I know how Demi works a lot of the times, like the way he'd say certain things or talk about certain things, and I'd be like, okay, I get it. This is what he expects. This is how much this means to him. You know what I mean? And I feel like
Yeah.
I just wanna, you know, not I want it, but I just didn't keep that in mind. And that's why I apologize for that. But listen, bitch, I love you. And you know that if you had called me after this whole thing happened and been like, yo, I'm going through
Like,
it.
I love you,
I would,
and
yeah.
Girl, we're not exiling anyone. We're just having an honest, open conversation.
No,
like,
yeah,
never,
I know.
I don't think we can ever, like, after all the times in our lives where we were friends and not friends and were friends and not friends, I think it's very clear to me that us three are like fucking magnets, three coochies in one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we are stuck.
And we're passionate.
And we're passionate. I just, like, I hope this is sort of like a learning experience where I really don't have to explain myself again. And I hope that it also teaches me that when you are upset that I should do what I preach. But you guys know when I am sad and upset, I sit in my room on my own and I close the door. And it's as much as I ghost everyone that wants to be in a relationship with me or everyone that likes me or everyone that wants to work with me. And you've seen it happen so many times in front of your eyes. I have a tendency to ghost the whole world when the world is like falling apart, which it is still falling apart.
Yeah.
It's very confusing for me. Like, all I want to do is sit inside. Like, there are probably 500 messages unread that I need to read and reply to, and I'm choosing not to reply to them because I don't know what to say exactly, and I'm being my hands are tied with what I say and what I don't say because of where we are and because of obviously other forces that are involved. And I said it best. I do not want to do what someone did to me. I do not want to start let's cancel this person because it's not right. That's not in me. It's just very confusing. And I it's like, I haven't, when have you known me not to post Insta stories? It's only when I'm upset and when I'm depressed and when I'm sad. And I'm scared to even touch anything because anything I say is gonna...
I know that, and I know your message has always been like positivity and self-care, and that you don't want to put out that message. But I think I felt that, and don't get me wrong.
Publications are reaching out from Canada and stuff, and they want to cover the story, and I'm like, I really do not know what to say. Like, the magnitude of the city. Like, I have people calling me from countries just helping me to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. It's
Sorry. I thought of that girl who escaped to Brussels and started a new life.
Wasn't that the Saudi girl?
No,
girl. No. No, I love her. Let's not.
No, I'm not gonna put that in, girl. Like, I just like, no.
It's really been...
And this was recorded this whole time.
This was recorded.
Also, wait, no, I'm sorry. Before you go off on your like BBC interview, what I do want to say is when this whole thing happened, and I told you this as well, like, I didn't call you because honestly, I saw it. I didn't call you because I didn't want to like add any like fuel to the fire because it honestly just happened and we all saw it. And I know that when these things happen on social, because you're such a, like, you are very a part of like the whole social media thing, and I think to a greater extent than me and Mo are, so you have more people like, messaging you and talking to you. And I feel like sometimes, and I told you this as well, I don't think sometimes all these people necessarily mean the best for you. People
exactly
love, like a breakdown. People love messaging and being like, oh my God, babe, are you okay? Like, they just really want to like know. And
and in quarantine, like, all eyes are on you.
Yeah.
All eyes on you. It was like 4,000 views within 5 minutes. And I was like, holy shit, I do not know. I really genuinely didn't know what to do. I was sitting there like, okay, fuck.
Yeah.
This is bigger than what I intest. And because it's something that I did within the moment, retaliating to an attack, right? Like, I didn't think about it. And then it was off social, but then everyone would have seen it already. And people were taking screenshots. Like, what the fuck?
I think
life blew up.
No, it's just about you have to find certain ways to like deal with.
We need to pull a Kim and take Mr. Kanye's phone from him because he might just come out at the next drop of a hat, like, oh, you cut in line in front of me in Starbucks. I'm a you know, deal with it.
It's so this it's scary, and I think yes,
Yeah.
this is why I was upset, because my two pillars in life, like the two people that I hold on to so dearly and closely, girl, you were not there, and I wish you were, and it's okay, it's fine. You know, now we've talked about it. We're moving on. We're turning a
And bitch,
page.
I'm always there. I'm like the hurt. Like, yeah, I'm like, I'm an STD that like you thought you got rid of, but then you see a pimple in the same spot.
Because more like Bagad means really, in disturbing amount of details, everything. Like you were there from day one. You saw it all go down, bitch.
So what happened in this? I heard there was a situation.
What situation? Oh,
Situation. Intervention. Wasn't there an intervention?
Was there an intervention for who?
For you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I left festival, and then I immediately went to the police station because fuck that, I wasn't gonna deal with that. And Popo couldn't help. They told me to go to another station. I was on the phone with Dini, and he was like, okay, go to the other station. So I went to the other station. They told me we cannot use the recording because it's illegal. You have to get us actual pictures. So I went to the house. You cannot convince me after 15 years of being in this situation that I should not be upset. Especially after the last time when he hit me, I stayed away for 3 weeks. You guys saw me. 1 week I was depressed in the room. The other I was in an Airbnb. I was in a hotel and then Airbnb with you. And if this is something that's gonna constantly happen, well, there's my phone, and I'm tired. 15 years is too much. So I honestly and truthfully and
Just switched to
in the
breaking
most
mode.
non-inflammatory way, shared my story. And my dad immediately, after lockdown, my dad comes back to the house from Dubai to Sharjah.
This man, like, I don't feel that. Like, the important thing is, like, yeah, of course, that you now are like, okay, you don't want to come from a place of anger, but I honestly don't care about what happens to him. Like, I just, like, yes, you don't wish him any harm. He is, but, like, honestly, I hope he becomes better, just mentally. I hope he does.
I hope so too. I really hope so too, because, as I told you guys, a week before he hit me like the first time, I was the only person there for him. And to just have dealt with that after all of what was happening, like him just flipping 180, just going crazy. It was just like, well, what was the work I have been doing for the last year with you to reconcile our relationship? Anyways, I don't wish him harm. The post was taken down. I was forced to take it down, and everyone was.
Why didn't you have your phone after that? That confused me. Like you didn't have your Instagram. That's what you said.
Yeah,
you didn't access.
They took it. I had no access to my Instagram. Everything was taken away from me.
Well, I know you didn't. Like, if you didn't respond to me, you would have responded to Demi. So at the same time, like, not to go back because I know I've moved on.
I didn't respond to Demi. I just called Demi because he was calling me on the day of you guys meeting up.
Yeah. I know, but that's what I meant is that, like, I'm always texting Demi and we're always in touch. So when I didn't hear from you, but then he heard from you, he told me, and I was like, okay, you know what I mean?
And again, like,
you're safe.
In our group dynamic, if I tell something to Demi, Demi's gonna tell you. If Demi tells you something, you're gonna tell me. And if you tell me something, I'm gonna tell. Like, we just each other up.
Just to specify, unless it's something really personal.
Personal, yeah. And something you tell me, like, don't say it to anyone, I'll shut up. But if it's something, like, okay, Mika, say, I knew that he would inform you. But I genuinely had no more power to talk to anyone. Everyone wanted me to be okay. And I was like, I'm not going to be okay. It's not going to take me a second to be okay. It's going to take more than that. True. So that's what happened in this way.
It's less than a minute on the Zoom call, and it's stressing me out.
I know.
Actually, I have to bounce because I'm watching Hollywood with Mom.
Okay.
But Mo, I love you. Till when are you staying up?
I love you more. I'm up. I'm always here. And like I said, this is...
Demi, kick ass tomorrow, girl, and I'm waiting for your call.
Yeah. So I'm starting work tomorrow again.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Priyanka Chopra claps for you.
But it's.
I mean, listen,
I
it's
can't
better
wait
than
for
being
this call.
jobless.
I know. At least I got the paycheck. Well,
Call us after you're done with work, and we're not gonna disturb you at work because we don't know how the work day is gonna go for you. But we're expecting a Zoom call from you, and we're gonna record it. Mo, I'm gonna call you after this episode of Hollywood. Just stay next to your phone.
bye. Talk to
All
you.
right.
Bye. See ya.
Yeah.